Hello everyone and welcome to CFC Fan TV. Now we have some breaking news for you, and that is that Michael Emenalo has left Chelsea Football Club after 10 years with us. What do you think?
I think this day's been a long time coming. I'm really pleased. I think that you can have the conversation about did he do good at the club, has he done badly at the club, but I mean ever since the day that he was appointed and he took over from Ray Wilkins and he was told by it was suggested by Abramovich that he should sit on the Chelsea bench. He hasn't been particularly popular with me, and
he's not popular with a lot of the fans actually. But I think let's start off with the good that he's done. Signings.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's start off with the good, and then we'll go into what the majority of you lot think. But let's get the good out of the way because it's quite short. But he's responsible for signings like Eden Hazard, arguably. Well, I mean, I would say Kante's our best player, but yeah, I mean, many fans would say that he's.
I think Hazard is obviously he's a wonderful football player who's going to win a Ballon d'Or. Of course, Michael Emenalo being at the forefront of our transfer negotiations when that signing was concluded, he deserves some credit there. If I'm going to try and find a Michael Emenalo highlight, I'd probably go for, I think Courtois was a great discovery, but Cesar Azpilicueta for me.
Oh yeah.
I think £7 million from Marseille. I think if Emenalo, although he bought that transfer home, if he actually sourced it and discovered Azpilicueta himself, then it's excellent. It's an excellent bit of business. But overall, his impact on the club overall, not only the players and things like that, but the way that his presence ricocheted into the support and into the stands, him being out of the club is only good news. My only concern is that the timing isn't great. It felt like we've turned a corner. It felt like beating Manchester United, things were on the up. It feels like now we perhaps have something else to contend with. But I'm not going to let the fear of what's to come next change the facts and change my feelings on it that this is good news.
Why do you think he has left? Because there are some reports that suggest that he's basically doesn't want to get in the middle of Conte and Marina, the other director at Chelsea, because apparently they don't really see eye to eye. It is quite a strange time for him to leave. If anything, I would have thought he would have left at the end of the season.
Well, I imagine. I mean, they've called it that he's leaving. It's not a harmonious split.
Okay,
the fact that it's happened now,
the
fact that it's been announced. I actually saw him at Stamford Bridge yesterday. So the fact that it's been announced now means that one of two things has happened. He's had an argument and he's walked, or he's been sacked. Right. I'm almost certain that that's what's happened. I know that Abramovich holds him very close, though. He's one of the few people I think that Roman Abramovich will take advice from.
Well, I mean, if somebody's going to be at a club Chelsea Football Club for 10 years, bear in mind we don't seem to hold down a manager for that long, then he's got to be doing something that Roman likes. And like I say, he has made some really good signs. If you're talking about David and Hazard, they're probably... I mean, him with Kante, I think probably... I could
play this game with you if you wish. So for every time you put forward an Eden Hazard, a Thibaut Courtois or a Cesar Azpilicueta, I can throw back a Papa Djilabodji, a Michael Hector.
Felipe Luis, where was he?
Atletico, yeah.
Actually, one of our, if I'm going back to sort of one of our worst signings, he was, well, I'm gonna say Falcao. was he bad? Was he not that bad? I'm gonna say Falcao because that just made...
It made very little sense. He played for Manchester United the year before. He played badly. It hadn't worked out. And we took a punt. We paid a lot of wages, but it didn't cost us a lot of money. So, I mean, I don't really care about that kind of thing. I just want somebody who scores goals for Chelsea, and obviously he didn't do that. But Emenalo leaving the club now is only good news. And do you know what I think it signifies, which is massive? This is about to make you very happy. I think that what this proves is that the club are backing Antonio Conte.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Oh, do you know what I feel like? I feel like that little emoji, you know that?
Oh,
like,
don't do that.
That's how
the
happy,
halo.
That's how no, the two hands that are like that. That's how happy I am about this. Because whatever happens at Chelsea Football Club, whatever's going on, the only thing that I'm interested in is keeping Antonio Conte and keeping him happy.
Yeah.
Whatever has to be done, we have to keep Antonio Conte happy. And I mean down to, I love David Luiz. Anybody who watches this channel knows how much I love David Luiz. The geezer won a Champions League for us on one leg. Basically won the Champions League playing with one leg fit and one leg completely lame. I love him forever. I think he's an incredible man to have around the club. I cannot express how much I love him. I was so happy when we re-signed him. However, if there is a thing here, if there is a Conte versus David Luiz, there is only one winner.
Yeah, it's Conte.
And it's Antonio Conte.
Well, yeah,
we have to do everything we can to make that man happy, to make that man want to stay at Chelsea, and to make his time at Chelsea as successful as possible. And if there's an issue, and if this is the man that has to be sacrificed to keep Antonio Conte happy, then
that's what has to be done.
That's what has to be done.
Yeah, but I think I'm happy with it overall, actually.
Oh, definitely so.
Do you know what?
I'm trying to keep a lid on it, but I fancy like getting a party poppers out.
Okay, please. Well, I mean, we can get you some of those. I could have brought someone on the way here. No, listen, I think I said to Full-Time Levels yesterday, I was like, we cannot lose another good manager. I think who's the other option? I mean, he turned. We shouldn't have won the league last season.
Don't even. We're not putting.
There's so much to go into it. No, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, the thought of losing Antonio Conte. The man has done so much for Chelsea. He came into a club that were 10th in the league. We were really struggling, and
if I had to make a guess of what's happened here, I would say we've had sort of our worst injuries. We had Hazard injured at the start of the season. We've had Kante injured. We've had really, really crucial players injured this season. It's probably got to a point where probably what Conte said in the fact that he needs reinforcements or players that are as good, or he wants his options brought in, has sort of had a major effect on it. And then it's all come to a head.
He's completely responsible for all of that loan system as well, which, I mean, aside from Andreas Christensen is the one example of that working.
Well, we currently we currently have the best youth academy. The problem is that we don't bring our youth through to our first team, which is why a lot of you fans don't like him.
Well, do you know what's going to be very interesting here? How do you feel about this? Because I don't think the way that I feel is going to be mirrored. So I'm really interested. As soon as this video goes live, I'm going to be on the comments. So please comment below. Let us know how you feel about the news that Michael Emenalo is out.
Since he's
three Premier Leagues with Emenalo at the club. We've been here for. He's had a decent 10 years. The problem with him and why people don't like the youngster thing is a huge thing. When you send out our really young players on loan who have come up through the academy and whatsoever, that's a huge problem. Fans don't like that. And secondly, they don't like it when we bring in really, really pointless signings. I know lots of clubs make bad signings, but Papi Dillabodji or whatever it was, or Felipe Luis, these players really didn't last very long at all. Matt Miazga, where did he go? He's sort of gone. Like, there's quite a lot of players that have just drifted, and really those sort of signings never ever needed to be made. And I think a lot of us can see that. So I think that's probably why a lot of fans aren't. Let us know. Comment below and let us know what you think. As soon as this goes live, we're going to be on the comments. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on this one. Go on, you Blues.